The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus for Reading for Minutes, published on the 24th of April 2021, updated on the 24th of April 2021. The movie, Ham, was released back in 1992. So what is this movie about, and more importantly, what is the point of it? It all starts with Jose Luis, the son of a businessman. He has his own lingerie factory, falling in love with Sylvia, a very simple girl. She works in the canteen at the factory, and the fact that her mother works as a prostitute does not add to her attractiveness. It is not easy to guess that Conchita, Jose Luis's mother, is completely against his choice. The situation becomes critical when she learns that the lovers are expecting a child and preparing for the wedding. The head of the family, however, is very neutral about the situation. In the end, Conchita decides to do something very cunning. She hires the handsome Raul to seduce Sylvia, thereby breaking up her impending marriage. Raul looks like a typical sexy jock. He, by the way, works as a ham salesman, which will still play a role in this movie. Raul receives an expensive motorcycle as a gift and starts seducing the young heroine. In the end, the girl surrenders under the pressure of the handsome man, but the story does not end with a stormy bed scene. Conchita herself succumbed to the charms of charming Raul and wanted to seduce him herself. So the young man finds himself between two fires, the young Sylvia and the experienced Conchita. Sylvia realizes at this moment that she is completely disappointed in her fiancé and considers him completely insignificant. Jose Luis' father does not waste time and seduces Sylvia himself. It turns out that the father of the grieving lover had views on Sylvia from the very beginning. Naturally, Jose Luis learns that his fiancée has been unfaithful. He becomes furious and for revenge tries to sleep with her prostitute mother. At the very end of the movie, Jose Luis gets into a fight with Raul. The fight turns out to be fierce and the protagonist dies. What makes the death comical is that the men were fighting with huge pork hams. The meaning of the movie is reflected in its title. After all, each character in the movie acts as a piece of meat that has its own gourmets. It all comes down to the fact that any human feelings, emotions and needs lead to one thing: sex. Overall, the whole movie is like a drawn-out soap opera. There is a lot of intrigue, bed scenes, love polygons. Hot Spanish blood flows in each of the characters. It is interesting to watch how people succumb to base passions. Marriages, both those that have not had time to start and those that have existed for many years, collapse under the pressure of sexual excitement. In fact, the movie mocks the image of the hot, sexy macho man. It doesn't deify him. It compares him to a piece of meat. Yes, they want to possess him, but only temporarily. Once you get the satisfaction of a juicy piece of meat, you forget about him. The outcome of the movie seems very sad. No love. There are no lofty feelings. There are no family values. The world is ruled by lust and depravity. People are pieces of meat. But it's not good to live without meat. Therefore, the outcome is disappointing. It remains to accept this arrangement of the world and enjoy what is. But the main thing is not to drown in such passions. We all remember Maslow's pyramid of needs. Food and sex come first. The movie is just an eye-opener. Yes, it's exaggerated, but it's absolutely real. People will always have an animal beginning and you can't get rid of your instincts. There is just more cowardice, anger, lust in some people and less in others. However, it all comes down to the fact that under certain circumstances, anyone will choose a piece of meat instead of something sublime and pure. It also works because psychologically a person is more inclined to take what they can get now rather than what will only be in the long run. And even at the risk of missing out on something better, a person will choose what they have here and now. Especially when it comes to a juicy piece of ham or a hot sexual partner. And in this movie, there is a bold equal sign between two such concepts. There are no deep meanings in this movie, everything is on the surface, the world is ruled by instincts and there is nothing to be done about it. We can only accept it and keep ourselves in control.